A surprise Gaza plan was announced by Donald Trump at this joint press conference with Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu, the first global leader he met with in person in his second term. As the day progressed, Trump's plans went from talking about how rebuilding Gaza could take up to 15 years to US occupation and ownership of the Gaza Strip.
The US will take over the Gaza Strip and we will do a job with it too. We'll own it.
With a smiling Israel Prime Minister next to him at the joint press conference, US President Donald Trump said the US could even consider sending troops to the Gaza Strip to rebuild it. Now, Donald Trump doesn't want to see people return to what's now nothing but a demolition site, as he referred to the Gaza Strip, where Israel, with the help of US bombs, has mostly flattened the enclave that was home to close to 2 million Palestinians. And so, Trump is proposing to do a few things under his big Gaza plan. Trump expects 2 million Palestinians who have called Gaza home to go find other countries of interest with humanitarian hearts, because Gaza, he says, is a living hell, a demolition site now that's overrun with unexploded ammunition and demolished buildings.
Gaza is not a place for people to be living. And the only reason they want to go back, and I believe this strongly, is because they have no alternative. What's the alternative? Go where? There's no other alternative. If they had an alternative, they'd much rather not go back to Gaza and live in a beautiful alternative that's safe.
And so Donald Trump's alternative for the residents of Gaza is to forcibly leave Gaza altogether. He wants countries like Egypt and Jordan to take in Palestinians. This was a suggestion he had made earlier too, and it was rejected by both the countries and Palestinians too. Trump says Gaza has been unlucky for those living there, and he wants to change their luck by throwing them out of what has been their home.
I also strongly believe that the Gaza Strip, which has been a symbol of death and destruction for so many decades and so bad for the people anywhere near it, and especially those who live there, and frankly, who's been really very unlucky. It's been very unlucky. It's been an unlucky place for a long time.
He wants to change their luck by rebuilding the Gaza Strip to become the Riviera of the Middle East. He also wants other countries to pay to rebuild Gaza.
And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
Trump's plan is a complete reversal of decades of US policy, which pushed for a two-state solution where Israelis and Palestinians could live next to each other.
And everybody I've spoken to, this was not a decision made lightly. Everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of land, developing and creating thousands of jobs with something that will be magnificent in a really magnificent area that nobody would know.
Trump has made all these announcements continuing with his shock and awe ways of doing governance, without getting into the details of how he plans to go through with these. But in the last few weeks, the world has seen how persuasive Trump can be. He's already predicted that just like Mexico and Canada changed their minds on troop deployment at the US borders on their side to fight crime and illegal immigration, countries like Jordan, Egypt, and others in the Middle East will have a change of heart and take in Palestinians. Trump is confident of that. Leaders of the Arab world and in the Middle East have rejected this plan. Saudi Arabia also put out a statement saying there will be no diplomatic relationship with Israel without a Palestinian state. Trump's surprise announcement comes in the middle of crucial negotiations for phase 2 of the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. And it's unclear if these surprise announcements could impact the release of hostages who are still in Hamas captivity. For in-depth analysis and ground reports, stay tuned to Strat News Global. But for you to make a better choice, we are separating our analysis from news. And that's why we have a brand new channel called SNG News. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and also share our videos and like them, and make sure you spread the word as well.